All right. So today we are here. I love doing these interviews. Inspired Magazine is always looking to highlight the positivity, highlight, the importance of staying true to what you believe and being able to be humble and share your journey with others so that they can be motivated and inspired. And this is your girl, S.A. Ofurier here. And today's interview, we're going to be speaking with Hookz. Hookz is definitely an international music artist. And I always love my people, always got to represent our African people wherever we are, wherever we're from. Definitely, definitely. So shout out to you, Hookz. And,
Right.
thank you for, being a part and sharing your story, your journey, your accolades, your journey, period, here with us at Inspired Magazine.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Thanks for having me. It's an honor being on the platform.
Awesome, perfect. So let's start off little introduction wise. Tell our audience a little about you, where you're from, and what was it that got you into music?
Okay. Yes, I go by the name Josh Hooks, Big Hooks. They call me Hooks, my real name Josh. I was born and raised in Cameroon, and I grew up in Germany. I moved from Cameroon to Germany at a young age. So I went to school in Germany. I started doing music way back. I grew up, family oriented. We always been, going to church. Our parents trained us to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
So going to the choir, singing. And then when I moved to Germany, that's when I took it a little serious. I was in a band. Then I started managing artists in between. So yeah, I would say I took it really serious when I opened my own label, which is called Str8Team Entertainment
Okay.
in Germany back then, 2010. And then I had a couple artists. Then I was signed as well under my label, just pushing the brand. And then sometimes we come to the US to do, free shows just to push the business, push the brand further, so people can get our awareness and the visibility out there. So then I decided to move to the US finally
Wow.
around 2011. And since then, I've just been pushing, putting out music in between managing artists as well. So it's been really challenging and being an artist and then or CEO as well, and then managing artists as well.
Yeah.
So in between that time, I had a single that was really banging, was popping in the state and featuring one major artist from the US called Kevin Gates.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a deal with Sony, right? Which was a joint ventures deal, partnership. And from there, I've been building, trying to build new audience, and just being out there, just pushing the brand, you know, and then, just trying to push another aspiring artist as well.
No, I get
And
that.
yeah, the sign, yeah,
I think what stood out to me the most, there's two things that people kind of got to understand. One thing is if you're born in one country and you move to another, right? That's that
correct,
cultural
correct,
transition that not too many people kind of understand, can be difficult,
right,
compared to
right.
just living your dream where you're born and raised. You have to go somewhere
Mm-hmm.
else and be educated. I want you to talk a
Right.
little bit about that transition and how you think it helped you with your career musically and, as you say, trying to manage other people as well.
Um, I would say, yeah, that's a good question. I like that topic, and I would say that makes me really stronger. Like you said, coming all the way from Africa as a young guy, and going to another country. Fine,
Mm-hmm.
I had to educate myself. I had to finance myself. I had to work extremely hard and to put myself in a situation where I don't rely on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how always been. I want to say anybody out there, it's always good. You have your vision. You're the only person who sees where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one who see where you want to be tomorrow. So you can have support. And the more you get successful, the more you get help from people. The more you get more. You be in new relationships. So it's all about relationships. So me growing in Germany, that was a tough one. And I could
Mm-hmm.
speak German. It was tough first going there. I couldn't speak the language. I had to
Right.
learn the language. Already, that's just challenge. So, but they say if you don't challenge you, it won't change you.
Exactly. Definitely.
So, yeah. So I went to school there, and learning the language at the beginning was really tough. But Africa, we coming from Africa. You just gotta do what you gotta
Yeah,
do
we
to
make it
survive.
work.
Make it work.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, through that transition, it was I would say it was tough because I was trying to educate myself, I was trying to survive, I was trying to live financially. Everything was
Mm-hmm.
really tough, So then you're dealing again because you're the only black person. Like in my class, I was the only black.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, it's not like now. The integration in Germany is different.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through a lot of, I would say, racial torture, like a lot of that to me, and that makes
Mm-hmm.
me really strong. That makes me, I'm not scared of anything,
Right.
because when people look in you or you want to talk, everybody looking at you different. Everybody asking you some kind of question, like
Mm-hmm.
when you been there, when are you going back to your country?
Mm.
Where you from? It's like you feel like you're not even welcome.
Right.
So, but things got along the line, got changed. Things were changing. They integrate a lot of foreigners in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and even me, me speaking the language. I'm a German as well, even though I'm a U.S. citizen, but
Right.
African. But it was really tough. So I feel like that transition makes me more harder, makes me to go harder, makes me to work extremely hard, and that way I have that skill setting where I could support others.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everybody has that energy. Not everybody has that momentum to push you to a level where you overcome certain hurdles,
Right.
obstacles, even you being downgraded as a person. So that
Mm.
was really tough. So I feel like it makes me really stronger. So when I moved to the US, even just at the airport, I was like, oh damn, this is where I want to be.
Yep, I can only imagine.
Right. When you come in, everybody greeting, how you doing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, in Germany, I live in Germany, I never even saw my neighbors. Or you see them, nobody say nothing to you,
Right,
you know?
right.
So that type of that's what I was going through. Ask any African or there are a lot of American soldiers, like I mean
Mm-hmm.
in Germany. Most of them are my friends. They were experiencing that a little bit, but not like you
Mm-hmm.
coming from Africa, then living
Yeah,
there
it's
and
I
had
feel
to
like
start.
it's always difficult when you're African going to another country, but it's just really also too, being African black going to a country that it's not
Right,
predominantly black, that often causes uh it causes other people to fear. But
right,
what I've learned from my cousins, because I'm Nigerian and I have family, I was born in the Bronx though, but I have family that has moved to like Ireland, London, all different types of places. And what I
right.
found is our resilience to still fight and stay true to ourselves, because you can't get rid of the accent no matter where we
That's
go, whatever
that's
type of
that
language we live. And I think
that's
that
the
that
word.
transpires in the type of person that you become. Like sometimes,
Right,
unfortunately, our struggles or the difficulties that we face in life, that's what
right,
builds our strength to be able to maneuver and get through it. So I just really truly wanted to hear your perspective on that, because people don't really understand that aspect,
right,
whether
right,
you want to be an artist, whether you want to be an engineer, a
right,
painter, or a
right,
doctor, you still got to
right.
deal with those things on top of trying to learn and be the best at what you can be. So I think
Absolutely.
that testifies to, your work and where you have
Right.
been as well. So thank you for sharing that. That was really, really important to me, most importantly.
Appreciate it.
um,
The right way you said it, resilient. Yeah.
yeah, because you
That
have
makes
to
that makes
be,
right.
right? And if you couldn't make it through that, how do you think you're going to be able to make it in any industry?
Any industry. Yeah, that's facts. Big
Right.
facts. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So let's get into that. So, you went through Germany, you came to America and you said, okay, you want to be an artist, you want to do music, and you loved what you were doing. Your music was
Right.
popular, your music was
It's
good.
popping.
I
Mm-hmm.
want to know, what was the point where you felt, okay, I was this successful artist, so now I could help other people. What was the situation and why do you feel you needed to help other artists and start a record label?
Um, yeah, already in my mind, I've been already like I won't call myself, I mean, people make you be a leader in
Mm-hmm.
certain aspects. You see yourself there because everybody, even my name says it, Big Hooks.
Mm-hmm.
Big Hooks is like I'm hooking a lot of people together. So I
Okay.
always I believe that that's my calling. That's what God put me in this world to, like, always try to, you know, I help others, like
Mm-hmm.
getting people. I'm listening to a lot of people and getting a lot of questions. People asking me, how do you do that? How do you do that? So even before me putting any artist in a situation, any predicament, like uh, work with these people, work with this guy, work with this guy, work with the publicist. I always try to try my first myself to
Right.
make sure it works. Then I get an artist to go through, all that circumstances or any,
Like I really want you to
hurdles.
stress that you
Yes,
go through it yourself. to
Right.
make sure that it works before
Right.
you put it on. Because I swear it's like some people don't understand that concept. Like you can't
Right.
lead or ask other people to do something unless you have done it yourself and it works.
Correct. Correct. And I'm a firm believer of that and an advocate of like seeing people's success. I don't want to put you in any kind of situation where you come back hooks, oh, pointing fingers, you put me to do that, you put me to do that, you put me to this. So I've gone through a lot. And that's why I came up with a book, which is called From the Music to the Money. I have a book out which is on Amazon and Kindle. This book is just, for any aspiring artist who want to take their career to the next level. I'm just sharing my journey there, how I got to this point where I am, how I got to the radio, how I got to the TV, having a major deal and being independent. The
Right.
books entail all of that. So again, I've been telling most of these artists, everything that I wrote in the book is all what I've been sharing to my artists or any artists that I work with. So that aspect of me trying it first and then letting people, go through it and be successful, it makes me more happy. It makes me more successful as well. People want to do more, build a lot of relationships.
Right.
So yeah, that's actually why I came out with that book as well to mention that. Um, like I said, I've been through scam, I've been through all type of fraud, people telling you lies. It's the
Yeah.
music industry, you meet a lot of people, man. So yeah, so I was trying to avoid not letting any other person like my artist that we have a close relationship go through all of that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's going to be difficult, but they got to be built for it and just understand what's going to happen. You're going to meet these type of people, so this is how you got to act. You're going to meet these
Right.
type of people, so it's just you're literally creating like a guidebook for artists just based on your own experience.
Correct, correct.
Okay, that's what's
Experience is the best teacher. That's why I came out with this book. I want to experience first and then teach others and let others learn from me. I mean, I can give you the information. It's just what you're gonna do with it.
right. And
You
it's
have to
not
know
like
what to do
it's
with it.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's what you're giving.
Right.
It's not like it's some real deep dark secret that you can't have.
Correct.
But you're willing to give out information. I like that because you
Right.
don't really see too many. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see that a lot where certain artists, whether they're independent or signed by a label,
Right.
really want to put out like they want other people to go through it. I get that, but there's still nothing wrong with you
Mm-hmm.
dropping the gems or giving information to them as well.
Exactly. I always do that. That's like I said, that's part of me.
Mm-hmm.
And even with the book being out, anybody who has any question can always hit me on my Instagram, which is BIGHOOKZ. If you have any question along, what I've experienced, I learn too. When I share information, I do learn from people. Talking to you, I learn stuff. And they can hit me up on BIGHOOKZ. That's my Instagram. And you can find me anywhere
Awesome. Yeah, I'll
over the
make sure y'all
internet.
follow definitely because
Yeah.
I think it's really important from an international's perspective, from someone who's lived here learning, all of that is
Right.
just, overall important. It's not just being an artist, but just, a guide to whatever it is that you want to do in life. So I want to ask you, what would be like the three top things you would tell an artist coming into the game? Like, what would be the top three things that you want them to know before they really get started?
Um, the first thing I would say you have to believe in yourself. You have to really believe in yourself because as a creator, sometimes you can have doubts and you're not gonna see the people gravitating to your stuff or people liking what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna like you. You have to believe first to make people believe in you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing. You have to believe in yourself. Another thing, you have to treat it like a business. You have to treat come into the business, the music, treat it
Mm-hmm.
like a business. Make sure everything is right in terms of, copywriting your name. Then you can look forward, like find one person who can be along your side, like a team. Don't
Mm-hmm.
don't don't get too many people first. Find someone who could, even your girlfriend, boyfriend, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that could be supporting you in terms of doing a few things, booking studios or
Right.
they going to the shows. Um, then you have to find a little fund money, a little fund to fund in like studio time, which is investment. You have to invest a little bit. So those are the three things I would say: believe in yourself, and then what did I say second? Find a
I'm one
little
of those
team.
people
I
too.
forgot even
Make sure
yet.
that you got support. Make sure you got supportive people around you. That's kind of what I got.
Exactly,
Or
right.
small. You don't need a big group of supportive people. You need a small
Right.
group of supportive people, and make sure you can fund your dream.
Correct. Exactly. Just
No,
that.
that's
Sorry.
definitely good
Yeah.
advice, I'll say.
Mm.
I guess I got two more questions. I want to talk about the artists that you've worked with. Can you
Okay.
just, let's keep it 100, name drop who you done records for? Was it you writing? Was it you on the hook? Like, what was your particular role with, these artists?
Hmm.
And I see some names here, but I want you to tell our audience about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When I got signed with a major record, which was blowing across the US, that got me a lot of popularity, famous. I would say that, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm a humble guy. I work with
Right.
Kevin Gates, you know, and that is a record that got me signed. It's called Pull Out Cash. Kevin Gates, I'm sure everybody know Kevin
Yeah,
Gates.
everybody know Kevin Gates.
Yeah, so I have a song with him. Then I walked back then, and when I moved to the US, I had a song with Mike Jones,
Mm-hmm.
with one of my artists. Who? Mike Jones from Houston, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely.
then I work with Kirk Banks. He's also from Texas.
Yeah.
Uh, I work with Styles P from New York.
Oh.
That's my boy. Shout out to Styles.
Oh, listen, locks
Styles,
all day. That's what's
yeah, the
up.
Locks, yeah. I have a song with Styles. He's still my friend. We still good friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Styles. And I work with, yeah, my current song right now with my boy Egyptian.
Uh-huh.
That's the song it's on the radio right now. It's going across the state. It's viral on TikTok. Shout out to Egyptian. Yeah, I work a couple of names. Even Beanie Man, I hook him up with my artist. So Beanie Man
Mm-hmm.
is my friend too. Which other artists I work with? Yeah, those are
So
the
it
few
sounds
that
like
I
you're
work
like
with.
you're more rap artists and like the Caribbean vibe, like the music, Caribbean music vibe. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yes, I'm a like I said, I had to reinvent myself. My niche first before was just rap, and I
Mm-hmm.
switched up. I had to tap in my background. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
my man Tito Grams. Tito Grams is the guy who was managing me back then from New York. It was
Mm-hmm.
like, Hookz, man, you got to tap into your background a little bit. Afrobeat is
Oh
popping. So
yeah,
I was like,
definitely.
yeah. So I went into that, and I did a song produced by Remo the Hitmaker. Remo is one of the big producers from New York, New
Yeah.
Jersey area. He produced for Chris Brown and French Montana. So he produced one of the songs, and that song got me to platinum
It
status. I
sounds
was
like
like,
you know the
oh,
right people. You know the right people to work with. That's what it sounds like.
I tried to really go the right way. I try to do it the right
Mm-hmm.
way, correct way, invest
Right.
in myself correctly, like meet the right producer, meet the right team of people. When you've made a lot of mistakes and you met a lot of wrong
Oh
people
yeah.
that wrong you many times. You just want to do it correctly. It doesn't take how much. It doesn't depend how much it will take for
Mm-hmm.
you to get there. I just trying to get to the right source. So that's what I've been doing.
Okay. Well, you've been
Shout
doing
out
very
to Ron.
well.
Ron is a good people. He's the dope PR that I really want to appreciate him for putting us together.
Yeah,
First of all,
definitely.
just want to say
And
that.
and I say too, I want you to kind of like let our audience know, what are you currently working on? What is a project that what are you currently working on? And what are your plans for 2023 as far as like music and where you're going to take it next year?
Okay, I'm currently working on Afrobeat. I'm working on the full Afrobeat album. I
Okay.
have a couple of songs that are out already, and I have songs that are coming out in a few like next month. So I will drop this project like beginning first quarter. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know the date yet. So it's a full Afrobeat album, EP album, like 12 songs. So I'm looking forward to get some major features also from Afro from Nigeria. I'm looking for
Yes,
like
definitely.
Davido, Burna Boy. Yeah, those features I'm looking forward. So, but I will drop it by first quarter. It'll be a full Afrobeat album.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So, can you tell our audience where they can find you on social media, where they can listen to your music? We want to make sure that everybody supports you and knows how they can access you if
Mhm.
they want to collaborate, if they are, let's say if they're artists who's up and coming and they want to ask you for some advice, or they want to just, figure out if they can collaborate with you or not. Where can our audience or people find you?
Absolutely. You can find me on all social media platforms, which is BIGH OKZ, Big Hooks, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Just shoot me a DM. I'll respond back. or you can just Google me. You can find me everywhere.
I
So
like
that's
that.
my
Just
social
Google
media.
me.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely. Well, I'm gonna tell our Inspire fam, we got to learn, more about the artist Hookz, more about his journey. And, why I love doing these type of interviews is because people who are creatives, people who step outside and do something that most people don't expect them to do, there's something special about you. Our journeys are what are blueprints for other people so that they can be successful. And I think you've pretty much kind of literally been doing that from the moment you left your country to go to Germany. You know what I'm saying? And then when you came to the US,
Absolutely.
and then when you're
Right.
even here as an artist, you're still putting on a path for others so that, they can make the right mistakes. Because,
Right. Right.
right mistakes, not the wrong
Right
mistakes,
mistakes,
because the
not the
right
wrong way.
mistakes are what help get you where you got to get. Yes. So
Right.
definitely, it's been a pleasure, Hookz, and our Inspire fam.
Thank
This is
you.
your girl, S.A. Ofure. And, I
Thank,
hope you all enjoy this interview.
thank you, Issa.